Well, hello, welcome back. We've got a fantastic show, Debbie, I have to say. We've got some new.
Absolutely. We all love Fly Flot, don't we? We've loved Fly Flot forever, since it first came into the country. And we've got some amazing new styles for you.
I know. It must almost be the golden anniversary of the Fly Flot, mustn't it?
I think it is.
Probably beyond that, actually.
Yeah.
So if you are a fan and you are a lover, just stay right where you are. We will walk you through these beautiful designs. Now, when it comes to a Fly Flot, oh my word, we were just saying, Debbie, weren't we, that there are people discovering Fly Flots all the time.
Still.
However many decades they've already been around, but people are still discovering them. So for anyone that hasn't, what do they need to know?
You need to know that what have you missed out on all these years? That's what you need to know.
It's true.
Absolutely amazing. The quality's incredible, but the story is the fact that this company created more than 25 years ago now, because we've been with them, Sheila and I, for more than 25 years. Well, my husband discovered them all those years ago in Italy. It's the way they are put together that is so incredible. What they do for your feet, how they give you that spring in your step, is because they've got two major issues. Well, it's more than two. Inside here it says anatomic. I'll explain that to you in a minute. Just stand there. And here it says anti-shock. Let's do the anti-shock bit first. Anti-shock means inside here, it's made of millions and millions of little air bubbles that as you step on it, your body weight's taken into the base and it does this under your feet. So however way you walk, whatever configuration your feet are, whether you think, oh, I've got a bunion, this is a bit bad, I've got flat feet, whatever you've got, the shoe compensates and takes you on an amazing ride because it gives you that ultimate comfort. Anatomic means what more or less just what I've said. You put your foot in here, and because we've all got different shaped feet, your footprint is taken on like damp sand. So if you're walking on a beach, you've got damp sand, move your foot away and you can see your print, and you can see that other people's prints are different to yours. Well, that's exactly what happens in a Fly Flot. It takes on your foot, your own footprint. Under that, all this lovely ripples give you an anti-shock feel to the shoes, so you know that you won't be slippy. And also something that's quite important, which when you get to a certain age, I think a lot of ladies feel, or gents as well, obviously we do them in gentlemen's styles, that this here goes quite a long way back into the heel, and because you sink inside them, you never slip out of a Fly Flot. So,
can I just do, Debbie, what everybody watching right now wants to do, which is to touch?
Very tactile.
Because they are beautiful, aren't they, to the touch?
Yeah, they're lovely sort of velvet finish on it. It's beautiful. We've got it in this lovely rich navy blue, a really easy taupe, the colour to wear, and then a burgundy. So you've got a good choice of colours. Movement on the shoes are fantastic. As I said, this is outdoor unit. This is indoor. If you want to go outside in them to potter around, as long as it's not raining, because if it rains, that will get wet. We do a lot of Fly Flots with outdoor uppers as well, which you can look at. But honestly, and even down to the inside leather footbed that's impregnated with an antibacterial, and it smells lovely.
It's like a welcome.
It is.
It really is like a lovely welcome. I mean, essentially, there are lots and lots of different styles of Fly Flot. Essentially, the shape is very, very similar.
They're all the same.
And then the uppers change through the years. But, it's one of those, if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of things, really,
Absolutely.
isn't it?
We don't need to. It's going on, and it will go on even longer, because the fans, that you lot that are out there that love them, will buy more.
Yeah.
Because that's what we do, isn't it?
And Sheila, you've been living the dream for quite some time as well.
It is probably 24 years, isn't it, Debbie?
Yeah.
Wow.
Debbie and I have worked together for so many years, but I bought my very first pair, a little pink pair, and then I bought some taupe, and it sort of carried on from there. You get a little bit addicted. If you find something that's so incredibly comfortable for your feet, then why change it? And these are superb. And that velour upper, it just feels like rich, lovely velvet, but it's what's happening inside. When you pop your foot inside, it depresses down onto that footbed. Every step you take, you're cushioned as well. They are a fabulous, fabulous thing, whether you go for the slippers or you go for something that's a bit more outdoor, but you will be so comfortable in them.
And of course, the only place to find Fly Flot
Is here and Pavers.
There we go. Well, I have to say, Debbie, on first glance of these are putting me by the fireside at a festive time of the year. I don't know why, it's just giving me that vibe.
I think it's very festive too, and
It's
I
nice,
think
isn't it?
your nice dressing gown, your fire on,
Yes.
hot chocolate, nice cup of tea.
Yes, nice brandy in hand by the fire.
Yeah, with a coffee. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, lovely.
Because it's, you know, it's got that feel to it. And also, I know, personally, we know that you often give these as gifts. And you know, if your daughter or your mum or your grandma, whoever, whatever size foot she is, you know it's going to fit her. And you know she's probably already got some. But how nice to put a pair of new ones on for Christmas. Christmas morning, very easy to wrap. I hate wrapping. I bribe my kids to wrap things for me. I hate it.
You know what
but
you need?
wrapping
You
a
need
box
tape
is so
pen.
easy.
You need a tape pen. That's what you need to do.
Do I?
Yeah, it covers a multitude of sins.
I do. No,
No.
it's all in my teeth,
No.
and then it's all twisted. And
I need to give you a tape pen.
okay. all right,
Anyway,
I'll
back to the
take
Fly
it.
Flots.
Back to the Fly Flots. Yeah, just fabulous. I mean, look at them. We've got the black. We've got the, I don't know what we're calling the one in the middle. Maybe burgundy. They're all shimmer. They've got a look at the blue one.
I know, it's fabulous,
Beautiful
isn't it?
shimmer on it. Right, exactly the same rules apply to every Fly Flot. The base is the same. You've got the anti-slip, the air bubbles in the middle, which gives this gorgeous, gorgeous ooze underneath your feet. Anti-slip underneath, different configuration, but it does exactly the same thing. This is all super leather and breathable, obviously, and the sole unit takes on your foot as an individual. So to be honest with you, you can say that Fly Flot is quite bespoke because it is bespoke to you personally. If you put someone else's Fly Flot on, it's not going to fit you the same way because it fits them. So it's exactly the same as that.
Yes, it's a bit like buying that you know, that wonderful leather jacket. You know, the first couple of wears you might think, okay, and this needs a bit of getting used to, but give it 3 months, give it 3 years, whatever. It won't take long at all.
It's
to
not going
become
anywhere.
Like a cuddle
It is,
to
yeah.
you, and
Yeah.
then that's it. It's yours for life, isn't it?
You know, especially if you're in a business where you have to wear formal shoes and you get home and you think, oh, got to put my Fly Flots on. Got to find my Fly Flots.
Yeah.
They're not like any other house shoe or slipper. They really give you comfort, but they give you stability and safety, and that's what it's all about, really.
Yeah, I think it's going to be another. I mean, I'm never here to kind of push, but I think it's going to be a bit of a race to the checkout on these as well. Because when you talk about gifts, you know, yes, it would make a lovely Christmas gift, but birthday, you know, do you need a reason to gift?
You don't know.
You don't really, do you? Maybe someone's just had a bit of a
Tough time.
tough
Yeah.
time recently, and you just want something. This is so affordable, Sheila.
It is, yeah, and I think with these especially, they're quite dressy.
Yeah.
You know, you don't always think of like slippers as a dressy sort of thing to wear, but if you're one of these people that likes to get dressed and look nice in the house, these are going to be perfect. And I love that little bit of shimmer on the top there. And these are going to last you for years and years and years. I mean, look at me. I've still got mine. 24 years. 24 years I've had them.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. It's kind of the slipper that isn't a slipper as well, Debbie,
That's
isn't
right,
it? Talking about the look, because the look
Yeah.
is important.
It
to
is
people,
important.
because people who are more mature don't want to look and wear the mature uniform anymore, do they?
No, they don't. People are getting younger. People are
They are.
mentally getting younger. I mean, we all age the
heavens.
same way, but
Yeah.
thank goodness.
I know, it's a great thing, isn't it? Hurrah to that. Add to basket as quickly as you can. So we are looking at lovely, lovely new looks for Fly Flots. I have to emphasise that really, because actually people will think, okay, a new Fly Flot means a completely revolution in design, and it is not. It's the Fly Flot that you know and you love. It's just like we changed the covers, don't we?
Yeah,
in
absolutely.
a way, it's wonderful.
It's all about this part that's looking after you. This bit is just aesthetics. It's just making it look prettier. Now this one's got like autumn leaves on it, and flowers and lovely autumnal colours like golds, and you know it's in the burgundy base, navy base, and a pale grey base. That's the colourways you've got, but everything else about it is the same. What we're offering you basically is you are getting exactly the same Fly Flot that you know and love, which is anatomic, which obviously makes a bespoke fit for your foot. They've all got this gorgeous squidginess, all these air bubbles that depress when you walk, and they're all anti-shock, anti-slip, and antibacterial, because you've got a lovely, it's a bit like spring flowers that they impregnate this with to keep it nice and fresh for you. But it's the upper is your choice. So we're giving you a massive new range of different uppers, really, different choice, different colourways, and different prettiness. Because that's what they are. They're just gorgeous. And if you want more than one pair of indoor shoes, slippers, house mules, whatever you want to call them, go for it. You know you can, and you know you love them.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would urge you, if you are new to Fly Flots and you're looking at them and you're thinking, actually, I really, really like them, come into one of our stores and try some on.
Absolutely.
Because that's the true test. Or order them now and get them home. You've got a buy and try money back guarantee anyway, so you can try them on indoors. Anyway, because it's kind of one of those once bitten, forever smitten. Sheila, I was thinking about shoe shops over the years. It's funny, the amount of people I've met over the years who can't remember the name of their shoe shop way back when.
True.
But if that shoe shop was Pavers, because it can be, you know,
absolutely,
up to 50 years ago.
Yes.
It really stays in the mind, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I have actually spoken to a lot of people about a Fly Flot specifically, and I'll say to them, you know, if you have problems with your feet, try a Fly Flot. If you've got wider feet, try a Fly Flot. You know, so there are so many times that I've actually said, you know, Fly Flots are fabulous. And if I've been wearing mine, I've actually taken them off and shown them the inside, and just show them how they actually work and how they benefit your feet. But how they've come on leaps and bounds, you know, and these uppers are absolutely glorious. I mean, this looks so rich, doesn't it? It's just fabulous.
Looks quite oriental, the
it
one
does.
on your foot, I
Yes.
think.
I mean,
Yes, it does.
and the actual burgundy, it looks a bit like brocade.
It's beautiful.
But really, really lovely. They shouldn't just be slippers, should they? They should be out and about. And if it's not raining, then you can do that.
Of course you can. Yeah.
I want to say, Debbie, straight away, just from the get-go on this one, if you buy this Fly Flot because you love the design, I think you'll be redecorating within 6 weeks. You'll want to redecorate because, you know, all the fabrics, all the modern fabrics, it's different florals, different backgrounds, but it gets you inspired, doesn't it?
It does get you inspired.
I think these will.
And I just think they are a little bit like, you know, you have a plain sofa and you put some really nice cushions on it.
Yes.
And then you just add that colour somewhere else in the room. It starts something.
Yeah.
I really love these.
They're
I think
gorgeous.
It's so pretty. The fabric is so pretty. As we've said before, you are getting exactly what you want. What's written on the packaging is what you get with the Fly Flot. The base of this one is a slightly different shape in the outside aesthetic design of it. Maybe a little bit higher. So you've got a platform, remember, so you're not on any height as such, but it's offering everything exactly the same with a leather footbed. By the way, when you touch a Fly Flot, it squidges right the way in, but when you put your foot inside it, it's a totally different experience. It's like your feet are coming home, and the feeling you get, if you've got tender feet, or if you've got feet that ache as the day goes on, the ball of your foot that aches, you know, when you've been pushed forward in a shoe, this all takes that on board, like putting your foot down on damp sand. The comforting feeling you get from putting a Fly Flot on is quite incredible. There's lots of room in there as well, you know. It's very generous in the fit and really, really lovely. This is so soft. There's absolutely nothing. Envelops you beautifully. There's nothing in there to give you any form of discomfort. I love this colour, but have a look at Sheila's feet.
Yeah.
Sheila's got the black one on with the little
stunning.
white flowers. Aren't they pretty?
They are really pretty. I was just looking at the one you're holding actually, Debbie, because of your cream waistcoat. All those colours go exactly with what you're wearing.
Yeah, they do.
You know, and you wouldn't actually think of a slipper to wear with some outfit, you know, but actually these would go with so many different things. If you do wear a lot of black, and maybe I've got navy on, it didn't really match that well. But it is so true that with interiors, people start to match their clothes, don't they, and things, and the dressing gown and what have you. So these would be perfect for that.
Well, and also we're back in the days now where there's someone knocking at the door all the time, isn't there? There's deliveries coming left, right and centre for one reason or another.
You need to be dressed in your slippers. Forget anything else, but you must have your slippers on.
Oh no, I wouldn't say forget anything else.
No.
That could be an interesting day. But, you know, people are very conscious of what's on their feet a lot more than they used to, say, 10 years ago, just because there are more people coming to the door. But this is really about the comfort, Sheila, isn't it?
It is, and they are just slightly higher, but like Debbie said, because you've got the platform, you don't feel that there's height there. But if you just like that extra height with your slippers, these are perfect.
You still will be redecorating.
I'm sure.
You? Yeah. Good job. These are so affordable for the comfort they give. Okay, this will be one where it'll be at least 2 or 3, I would imagine, because, you know, when you're going for a new something, you probably are going to choose more than one, aren't you?
I would say
if you know your Fly Flots,
Yeah.
and you're thinking, okay, yeah, it's time to turn a page and do
Yeah.
something new, you'll probably have a couple of colours, won't
Yeah.
you?
Do you think it's a black or a navy and?
Yes. Yes, I think it probably is actually.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, because we also have the plum here as well, don't we?
And we've got-
plum, very, very popular. And
Yeah.
Sheila's got the plum as well. And
Yeah.
we've got a teal as
Oh,
well,
the
which
teal's
we'll show you the
gorgeous.
teal just
There you
to
go.
add to the mix.
Just to confuse you. But honestly, I know that, and Sheila will know, that when you're a lady of a certain age, you're generally a navy lady or a
Yeah.
black lady. You're not both. You choose one or the other. So for me, it would be, I mean, I've got black trousers on, haven't I? So I think I'd go with a black and.
Yeah.
And my and would be the taupe,
Yeah.
because it's neutral. Because with the uniform I'm wearing, so many of my clothes work with this colour, and same with yours, Sheila,
Yeah,
isn't it?
true,
Really, we
true.
just do this. But I do love the teal. The teal
Yes,
is
it
gorgeous.
is. It's a really, really fresh, isn't it? We haven't seen teal around for quite some time, I feel. Like we haven't seen it for a
Yeah,
while.
true.
Yeah.
And it is a lovely colour, isn't it? A lot of the big designers use
yes.
teal an awful lot.
There's a
don't
lot of
they?
colour out there at the moment.
Yes.
It's nice to see. You know, we don't all want to sort of walk around in these dull shades as the winter arrives. We should put a bit of colour in there. You know, something really pretty. But I do think the range that we've got for you overall is fantastic. But this is a lovely little design. It's got the daisies over the top of the foot, and it's a really lovely sort of velour finish. Obviously, we've got the leather inside here. And you've got exactly the same arrangement underfoot, that all of this, a little bit higher, like the last one was, that gives like that as you walk. But it isn't height as such, because we've got a platform here. So you're taking away that amount of platform. So you're actually only on where is above my finger there. Just super. What we're doing basically is just giving you lots and lots of choice to confuse you even more.
Yes.
Not really.
Absolutely. Let's show you the teal again. It's so lovely. Let me tell you what Dorothy says, because you know, let's settle it right now. Dorothy has these. She's wearing them. They're in her life already. She says, "I love these. I've been wearing them for years. The pattern changes slightly every year, but thank goodness the fit and the comfort don't. They stay the same, isn't
That
it?"
is exactly what I've been saying to you, and what we're all saying here. It is totally the same Fly Flot that you've had for 20 odd years. We just change the uppers for you to make them look a bit more glamorous or a bit different. And also you get a very, you know, you've owned your Fly Flots for 20 years, 25 years. They're a bit tired looking, but you still love them and you wear them. So get a new one, a fresh one, something with a pretty upper that you can wear.
Ah, yes, talking of somebody who needs to take that advice. Sheila, how many in your hallway
Well, I
lined
know.
up?
The thing is, there's so much choice out there.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they do last. It's not like you're wearing them for one season and then you think,
No.
oh, I've got to buy another pair of Fly Flots. They actually do
They do.
grow, and then you see them and you think, like you were talking about having a new wardrobe,
Yeah.
you know, for all your Fly Flots, your new shoes and things. But they're quite addictive because you do see a different colour, a different upper. But all you're getting every single time is that beautiful comfort, and they're bespoke to your foot, because that's what happens once you've had your foot inside and you've worn them. They actually just conform to your foot shape.
And the great thing is, I mean, word of mouth spreads so quickly with
Massive.
Fly Flots as well, doesn't
Absolutely
it?
massive, yeah.
Once one person falls in love,
Yeah.
they are literally raving to everyone, you know, get these, try these, you've got to try them. So, I mean, they really do stand the test of time.
They do. It's really heartwarming for me when I look around and see people with them on, and I know that they're happy,
Yeah.
their feet comfortable, and that puts a smile on your face.
Absolutely. That's such a rich colour we're starting off.
Lovely, isn't it?
It's like a rich kind of berry. I know it's burgundy, but it's got that berry kind of tone
It has,
to it, hasn't it?
yeah, sort of raspberry sort of
Beautiful.
tones. Quite a lot lighter than a dark burgundy. And then the regal sort of navy blue is beautiful too. Now this one, to me, is more like the original ones that we used to do, because it's a bit flatter. You've still got the platform, but when you're wearing this, you're quite low down. The others, I would say, there's only half an inch or so in it, but you've got a much lower level. So if you don't want that extra height, you've got the choice. Obviously what we're doing with Fly Flots now, because when we first started, we started them with the original ones, which was the multi-buckle one,
Yeah.
and then the first ever clog and so on. And then we sort of went through developing different styles. As you know, that Pavers were the first people, well, the only people you can buy Fly Flots from in Britain. The relationship that we've got with the company goes back so many years and is terrific. And they make for us the most beautiful shoes and sandals and clogs, slippers, whatever. So anti-slip underneath, you know that's going to be there. Inside here, the leather footbed that's anatomic, so it fits you in this bespoke way. The analogy I always used to use was damp sand with footprint.
Yeah.
And everybody's feet are different.
Yeah.
And then anti-shock, which means inside here, all the bubbles of air depress as you walk. So you glide around basically when you're wearing a Fly Flot. And isn't it pretty? Very, very pretty.
Yeah.
That's what you'll see when you're wearing it upside
And
down.
you would almost never associate the look that you've got here, the classy look, the comfortable look, the stylish look. You don't really associate that with being a slipper, do you? Sheila?
Definitely not, and that's why I say if you want to dress around your slippers, you could do. If people were coming round to the house and things, or maybe you were staying in a hotel and you're going down for breakfast.
Yes.
You
Absolutely.
could easily wear your slippers, which would look lovely, and nobody would even know there were slippers.
Absolutely. And if you're staying in one of those budget hotels where you think, oh, I don't trust the carpet anyway, you definitely need something like this on your side, something where you can go down to breakfast, nip out to the car if you've forgotten something, because you can go outside with these as well. They are very, very nice indeed. And there they are in the burgundy and the navy. Now, if you are brand new to Fly Flot and you've just clicked on this thinking, oh, actually, I like the look of these, this would be an excellent first start, wouldn't it, for someone?
Certainly would.
Because these are, although we're calling these slippers, they don't have the look of a slipper, they have a look of a regular casual shoe, really, don't they?
They do. And they are, really. I mean, you don't have, just because we call them slippers all the time, the unit itself, the base unit which you stand on, is an outdoor unit. And all of them has always been an outdoor unit. It's not a slipper unit. It's not the sort of, when you get these slippers that have got like a rubber and it sort of peels off and it's very much a slipper, or it sort of disintegrates as you're going along because it's just not for adequate use. These are outdoor shoes with, this has got an indoor upper. But if the weather's fine, put these on, go outside, do what you want. If you go outside in the wet, they'll get wet. So, but then again, they'll dry, so you can go out again in them. Like an Airtex type finish on this. I think this is quite sporty.
Yes, it is actually.
I think they've got a really sporty look to them, these ones. We've got 1, 2, 3 that have got the black sole unit, which is in the burgundy, in the black and in the navy. And then for a nice change, we've got a beige and we're calling denim the blue one. Now, consensus of opinion in the studio, it's more like a cornflower blue. Really pretty blue, and that's got a pale unit, so if it's summer or whatever and you're out, maybe you've got your cut-offs on or your shorts or your jeans or you're near the pool.
I was just thinking shorts actually. Yeah, if you were nipping away on holiday, Sheila.
Do you know, perfect pair of white trousers rolled up, I'm looking at your shirt and it's the perfect colour for your shirt.
Nicely, actually, doesn't
How
it? Yeah.
fabulous
Kind of
is
works,
that? If you're wearing like white trousers and that colour top, it would
Yes.
look fantastic. And there's so many people go away sort of through the winter and you're probably thinking to yourself, oh, I've missed the shoes, the summer shoes, where do I get something that's really comfortable? Perfect.
Just have a look at it on your foot there.
Isn't it gorgeous?
Looks tremendous.
Yeah.
And obviously it's offering exactly the same comfort as every other Fly Flot you've ever bought. And seriously, dip your toe, forgive the pun, but put your foot in a Fly Flot. Go in store if you don't believe us. Go in store, try it on, and then you think, wow, that's what they're going on about all the time.
Yeah.
Because that's the feeling you will get. It'll be a wow factor.
Do you know what? The more we see that denim, the more I think people are going to click add to basket.
Absolutely.
And then go straight to the travel agent. Well, Debbie, we've done our job, but we've caused a bit of an issue, I think, with our friends at home now, because they're going to need more wardrobe space, I think.
Absolutely. Well, you can always fit in another pair of Fly Flots, can't you?
Yeah, that's very true. They'll be there for a long, long time as well. So I think about doing that interior design thing, where you knock a wall down and just build through a bit of a walk-in
for your
wardrobe.
shoes,
That's the way to do it. Anyway, listen, thank you for your company. Thank you, Debbie, as well. Remember to click on the subscribe and hit the bell button, I think, and that lets you know when there's a new video on the way. From the wonderful Pavers, from Debbie and myself, we'll see you soon.